Secrets of the OR. Do the best surgeons actually listen to music in the operating room? Well, I've got two full throttle rocking surgeons to tell you the truth. Hey, Doc audience, music in the operating room. I've got Dr. Rod Roark, Dr. Jason Posner all the way from Boca Raton to talk about this. You guys rock out in the OR. Rod, what's the story? Do surgeons typically listen to music when they operate?
I do. I love music. I love rock and roll. You know, we're in the rock and roll era, so I listen to it in the background, not the foreground, because I'm, focusing on the surgery. But it's great. It's soothing. It helps the rhythm of the OR, and I start on one crescendo in the OR and I end with another, so it's great.
So wait, what kind of rock and roll? You like heavy metal? You like 60s?
No, I like rock. I like Fleetwood Mac. I like, I kind of like something mellow, Little Lies coming in, and just some soft Rolling Stones. The good
classic.
stuff.
Our typical thing is Alexa, play classic rock on Pandora. That's our classic. But when it's getting in the afternoon, I'm doing my local. I do some locals in the afternoon, pretty much every afternoon, and I like to play the Eagles. So it's like the Eagles get me in the afternoon. That's like my nice mellow music I like to listen to.
Jason, Rod said that you listen to Wham in the OR.
Wham, no. But some on the lipo cases, Eminem is pretty good on the lipo stuff.
The only way I like Eminem.
They're pretty talented, man. I'm telling you, George Michael, that guy could sing.
Right.
And once in a while, my staff likes some country, even though we're in Florida. So we listen to some modern country, not like, your truck and your dog and your car and stuff things. It's like the newer stuff.
Some people have suggested that surgeons who listen to the music in the operating room actually are better surgeons. Is there any truth to that, Rod?
The answer is yes.
Of course, if you did, yeah.
I think anything you can do in the operating room to maintain a positive tempo is good. And I know when we all were training, there were surgeons that wouldn't let a pin drop, wouldn't let anybody speak. That's kind of tense. You want a rhythm in the operating room that's positive, that's focused on the patient.
Yeah.
And for me, music does that. And I think for you too, Bill, right?
Yeah, that absolutely. And Jason, there's actually a study one time when they looked at basically some of the vital signs of surgeons when they're listening to music that they liked and preferred versus either not listening to music or listening to music they didn't like. And actually their blood pressure was lower, their pulse rate was down, they're more calm. So there is some science to suggest that might be a good thing.
Bill, what do you listen to? We heard from Ron and I.
I listen to a lot of classic rock, but even we'll do Led Zeppelin, we'll do Rush, Motley Crue,
absolutely,
AC/DC, any of the 80s kind of classic rock stuff is usually my go-to. But I even like one time we were listening to hip hop, and we actually got into Mickey Avalon, and it's pretty X-rated. And finally my circulator came in. This is about 5. She goes, "That's it. No more Mickey Avalon." So we had to quit listening to it because she was just like, "No more, guys."
Different cases have different music. Like a lipo is a little faster pace. Facelift, I like a little calmer music. If the patient's awake, I usually ask the patients what they like to listen to. I had one guy was doing an elevate on, and he all he wanted to listen to was Sinatra. So he was singing along Sinatra while I was doing his surgery.
All right, that's great, full throttle stuff. But if you like this, check out this video on famous plastic surgeons revealing their craziest procedures.